What's going on, folks? Welcome to day 9. It's January 9th, so it should be the 9th day. It's been definitely better than day 8. Got myself into the gym, and that felt great. Wow. It's nice when you can reconnect with your natural energy. I took a non-stim pre-workout, so I still had some beta-alanine, creatine HCl, about 1.5 grams, and not glycerine, another pump factor. It's nice to remember or be reminded that you do indeed love the gym, and it's not just that caffeine dose that you're getting from the pre-workout. I was stronger than I expected for not lifting for a couple weeks, but that actually ties into a topic I was just talking with my roommate about. I'm trying to work on not really a deload, a volume adjustment. I was traveling most of last year and came back, had that fervor of having a consistent gym to go to in my town here. It got a little crazy, got a little out of hand with the volume, went a little bit too ham. I mean, I was in the gym for 2 hours just lifting, not including the warm-up some days. My body was feeling it. So this inadvertent week and a half off is a great introduction to a attempt to reduce the volume and establish a new volume baseline that I can work from. Not everyone's probably a gym nerd like me, so we'll move on from that. The topic that I wanted to cover today, caffeine and tolerance to caffeine. So if you're not a caffeine drinker, then lucky you. Coffee's so delicious. I don't understand people who hate on coffee. It's okay. We can all have our own differing opinions and beliefs and views of the world and still get along. Don't hate on me. I won't disrespect you. Coffee is so good. So I've been having decaf here in order to still read. I'm up in my room. I like to be able to look out and see a little bit of nature while I read and have some coffee, whether or not it has caffeine. But caffeine is pretty cool. It is technically a psychoactive substance in that it alters your state of mental being, your state of awareness. It releases all sorts of neurotransmitters, norepinephrine, epinephrine. So you have these chemicals that it causes your own body to release in response to that, which give you all sorts of effects. Increased heart rate, heightened sense of awareness, increased focus. So it's got many uses, and one of those is the gym, getting super amped up. The reason I want to talk about it is if you have not, to your knowledge, taken any sort of break for who knows how long, like you can't even remember a time where you've taken a break of, let's say, more than 2 days, okay? Let's say like a month. If you haven't taken a 30-day break since you started consuming coffee or caffeine, whatever source it is, even tea, if you consume a lot of it, you gotta give it a try. Life is pretty strange. The fact that we're even here is mind-blowing. You don't experience life as it is purely if you are continuously augmenting your reality with any kind of psychoactive substance. Don't get me wrong. I love coffee. I love caffeine. I love what it has done for me over the years. I don't regret a single cup there was a couple times where I had way too much and I almost had a heart attack at like 20 years of age. So not good. Do not have more than 1,000 milligrams a day, please. But my point is, I realized today you really can get just as much done without caffeine. In fact, you'll probably get more done in the long run. This is not the only aspect of caffeine. It does have benefits for staying awake during long drives, etc. Sometimes you gotta remind yourself what reality is. If that doesn't intrigue you, fine, drink coffee till the day you die. It's not gonna change the world, but I wish that other people could take that time. And yes, if you've been having it for years, and if you've been having it a lot for years, so say a pre-workout or an energy drink and a cup of coffee or two every day for a long stretch of time, it adds up, and it does suck the first few days of getting off of it. But today was the first day that I felt really good, clean energy. Okay, maybe that's a lie. Yesterday I felt a little bit, but it was also masked by this being sick. So today I was a little bit less sick, and I was just more aware. I specifically remember after breakfast time, or no, it was right before breakfast time. So I ate around 10:30 in the morning, but right before that, I was just ready to conquer the world, and I almost didn't want to eat. It's great. It's great to feel your own energy. That might sound kind of wacky, cuckoo, but it really is it's just what you're able to do without help from external sources is pretty crazy. I think what I just said without help from external sources is applicable and does have value and meaning behind it. But at the same time, I wrestle with that kind of idea because I don't think that exogenous sources of psychoactive compounds even are entirely bad or the devil. I think they're tools. I think they're tools. We just got to know how to use them in the right environment under the right circumstances. That being said, if you haven't tried a caffeine detox, a stimulant detox, period, because there are other stimulants you could take, as I mentioned, kratom, give it a shot. At least consider it. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks if you tuned in. If you did, wow, I'm still blown away that anyone would tune in. Still have yet to post these. Waiting on the camera to show up, and maybe slightly procrastinating, which is a whole nother topic we'll talk about someday. Had a lot of excitement towards the things that I'm passionate about very recently, like in the past week, past few days especially. I think it's just being back home and being ready to take on everything. It's going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a lot. It's very daunting. It's very terrifying, but that's the reason I'm doing this channel, is to kind of document that process and document this entire journey. I'll see y'all tomorrow, whenever that is. But it's going to be the 10th day of January in this detox. Bye-bye.